Hey everyone, so yeah, I'm back with another recording and I hope you guys enjoy. So let's start the video right now.
Negative growth, negative Q.
Mysterious orbs hovering in silence.
Oh, what is this, bro? It's like stars that are moving, bro.
And bizarre objects appearing over the cities of the USA.
I think it's a UFO.
Watch more and decide for yourself.
See that? What is that? I think it's a UFO. It's moving too slow.
At 2:33 in the afternoon, a man standing near the beach in Malibu, California, looked out over the Pacific and spotted something hovering at a distance above the ocean that stopped him from whatever he was doing. A long, elongated cigar-shaped craft just sitting there above the water, not moving forward, not descending, simply hovering over that stretch of Pacific Ocean in broad afternoon daylight. He watched it long enough to be absolutely certain of what he was and was not looking at. Not a drone, not a plane, not anything that gets launched from any airfield or carrier along that coastline. A cigar-shaped craft hovering silently above the California Ocean at 2:33 on an ordinary afternoon. The distance between it and the shore only made it more unsettling because whatever that size looks like from that far away means up close it was something significant. What do you think?
Yeah, by the way, it's also it hovers without making any noise, by the way. Not even a single sound can be heard from that UFO. And it's very interesting, and also it just shows you how some things just defy like logic sense and defy physics. Man,
Was hovering above the Pacific that afternoon.
It's too big and too slow.
It was looking below.
but they could you see the similarities between this UFO and the other one that's just passed right now? You know, the two cases, the first one and this second one. They kind of look alike too, you know. They have that same consistent shape that I'm talking about.
Around 6 in the evening over a small residential area near the mountains on a remote location, a dark-shaped craft was moving back and forth above the rooftops in a way that felt anything but random. Not passing through, not heading anywhere specific, moving here and there above those homes like it, was working through the neighborhood systematically, covering one section then another,
Damn, that's
hovering briefly above certain spots before shifting again. Like it was looking for something specific down there, or scanning every house beneath it, one by one. People inside those homes had no idea what was sitting and moving above their rooftops at 6 in the evening. And then, just like that, the patience ran out. Whatever it came to do it, either finished or decided to.
And by the way, just a quick note. Could you see the movement of this UFO? The way it just moves like from one side to the other side so slowly and effortlessly without making a single sound. That's fascinating in some way because actually it's something that also bothers people. And I'm sure everyone there who know the one who was filming this incident was also astonished by the amount of silence this object was, was portraying while moving so effortlessly in the sky.
Leave because it suddenly shot away at a speed that left nothing behind. No trail, no sound, just gone from sight in an instant. A dark craft scanning a neighborhood at evening and then vanishing in a blink. What do you think it was looking for down there? Comment below.
Yeah, by the way, guys, comment down below what do you think it was looking for, and leave your thoughts, and also like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed this clip, this reaction. Yeah, let's continue.
4 orbs studied below. At 5:40 in the evening over a remote farmland, 4 bright bluish orbs appeared above the fields, and what they did next was not random. Hovering low near the ground, close enough to the soil and crops beneath them, to make their intention feel obvious, moving in unusual patterns above that green farmland, not darting, not racing, making
Yo, by the way, have you ever wondered, like, the guys who took these films or these videos or pictures of these UFOs, the actual guys on the ground who witnessed these unidentified flying objects, like, what's going on through their mind, how they're feeling, and what's just coursing through their mind at that moment while filming these weird objects. I always wanted to know, and it's very interesting. If you're one of them, you could also leave a comment down below and just enlighten us.
deliberate, calculated maneuvers like each movement had a reason behind it. 4 of them working that field together, covering different sections, hovering close to whatever was growing beneath them like they were studying it, learning the soil, understanding the crops, analyzing what humans plant and grow from the earth below. Ball lightning gets thrown around for single flashes in storm conditions, but 4 coordinated bluish orbs making unusual maneuvers over farmland on a clear evening has nothing to do with any weather phenomenon. 4 crafts hovering over remote farmland, close to the ground, with what looked like genuine curiosity about what.
By the way, they kind of look less of crafts and look more like energy, something that's that has no like physical touch to it. That's how I see them, but that's just an explanation, you know. But you guys, let me know down there in the comments below what you guys think, cause it's pretty strange, very
Grows there.
strange.
What do you think they were collecting from those fields? Nevada craft came down.
Mission manager, SPC, negative growth, negative shoot.
But then, could you see the shape of these objects? It's so peculiar. Like, who designs, aerial objects in this shape, apart from those aliens? Like, I've never seen any object that's of this shape, like apparently that has been released to the public. This is a different type of engineering that these extraterrestrial beings display.
One evening, near Nevada, a civilian watched something fall from the sky at high speed that was clearly not in control of itself. A craft rotating and tumbling downward in a way that said everything about what was happening. Something had gone wrong up there, and whatever this was, it was coming down fast. It hit the ground, and what happened next was what made this footage so significant. No fire, no explosion, no debris.
Like, what the hell? It's very crazy, right? Because in the real world, you'd expect something like a plane. When it crashes, you'd see smoke, you'd see debris, and also the aftermath of the crash. But here, nothing. The material, the object was still intact.
It remained completely intact on impact, like the material it was built from had no relationship with how our physics works. The man went back the next day with more people to find it, but by the time they returned, the site was empty, cleared out. Whatever came down in that Nevada desert the night before.
Yeah, by the way, guys, like, excuse me, and I'm so, just excuse me for my posture while recording this reaction video. I'm just literally recording this laptop, on my bed, and so I have to like turn my neck, as you can see, so that I could record and view the screen well. Just excuse me for that.
Had been collected by someone who got there first and made sure nothing was left to find. A craft falls intact from the Nevada sky, and by morning it is already gone. The government has never explained it. What do you think was recovered from that desert?
See the visual.
Yo, guys, by the way, and who do you think recovered that craft that crashed? That craft that just disappeared out of thin air and just like went away just like that. Like, and I know you guys have an answer, and I need your answers down in the comments below, because you guys know.
Lynchburg stopped a jogger.
39 on the zoom, 46 on the zoom. Can that be a planet?
On March 4th at 9:40 in the evening, a man laced up his shoes and headed out for a jog through the streets of Lynchburg, Virginia. Just a regular night run through a quiet Virginia town. But somewhere along that route, he stopped and did not start running again. Above him, hovering in that night sky, was something perfectly diamond-shaped. Not roughly diamond, not kind of diamond, perfectly. 4 clean points forming a shape that no natural phenomenon and no conventional aircraft produces in the sky above a residential area at night. He stood there on that Lynchburg street and
Yeah, by the way, and who even produces a craft like that? The shape of a diamond.
recorded it. The
It's crazy.
jogger who became a witness. The run that turned into something he would not forget. A perfectly diamond-shaped craft hovering above Lynchburg, Virginia at 9:40 at night, silent and still above the town, while everyone else inside their homes had no idea what was sitting in the sky above their neighborhood. What do you think he saw above Lynchburg that night? Comment below.
Can that be a planet?
Texas midday reflection. Something caught the sunlight above Texas at midday, and once a man looked up, he could not look away. At first, it was just a reflection, a glint in the clear afternoon sky that most people would have dismissed and kept walking. But he stopped and pointed his
I mean, it's even reflecting the sun's light. Whoa.
camera at it, and when he zoomed in, the shape that came into focus was unmistakable. A long silver cigar-shaped craft moving through that Texas midday sky, perfectly elongated and catching the sunlight off its metallic
Yo, by the way, and this has to be the most clearest video of all, from the start of the video up to now. I think this is the clearest footage.
surface in a way that made it impossible to miss. Smooth, massive, and deliberate in its movement above the Lone Star State at
And if it's that massive, when it's that far away, then imagine if it were close. If it came close, like 20 meters away. I'm sure that thing would be pretty huge.
the brightest point of the day. No wings, no trail, no sound. Just a silver cigar reflecting Texas sunlight while moving through open airspace. People watching the footage did not hold back with their thoughts. Many called it immediately a mothership. Something
Yeah, of course.
that large and that shaped moving through midday sky above Texas, carrying that kind of presence, does make you wonder. What do you think was reflecting that sunlight above Texas?
Yo, by the way, could you congratulate that guy who recorded the video of that cigar-shaped UFO? He took a very clear video. Because obviously we are used to seeing UFO videos that are very blurry, that can't be seen well. But now we have an example of one that's clearly taken here. It's very clear. And, hats off to the guy for taking such a clear video. Hats off to him.
And that shaped moving through midday sky above Texas, carrying that kind of presence, does make you wonder. What do you think was reflecting that sunlight above Texas? 5 held the sky.
Oh my God, what is this, bro?
At sunset, over the city of Chicago, Illinois, people on the streets stopped walking, pointing their cameras at something above the skyline that none of them could explain. 5 whitish orbs hovering completely still above a city full of buildings, positioned in that fading evening sky, like they had no intention of leaving anytime soon. And they did not. For 20 full minutes, those 5 orbs held their position above Chicago, while people below gathered in groups.
Look at all those people. Look at all those people. Isn't it actually very crazy that that amount of people viewed those 5 orbs?
Recorded from every angle and tried to make sense of what was sitting above their city at
And look at how still they are also. Look at them. They're so still.
sunset.
Very still.
20 minutes is not a brief sighting or a passing flash. That is a deliberate presence above a major American city, while thousands of people watched from the streets below, and then after
And did you see one move? The middle one. It kind of moved a little bit.
After those 20 minutes, all 5 of them simply disappeared. No movement, no departure trail, just gone from the Chicago sky all at once. Not a single official word.
Oh, anyway, anyone from Chicago, just let me know down there in the comments, cause it's pretty crazy that a UFO sighting has been recorded in the middle of a city by 10 plus people. 10 plus people, imagine. That's interesting, and also that's a lot of evidence and a lot of people who actually believe
About what hovered above those buildings at sunset. What do you think those 5 orbs were doing above that city?
Wild, G.
I mean, look at all those guys.
Where's recording this? So I thought it would be cool if I recorded too, you know what I'm saying?
6 p.m. had company. At 6 in the evening, over a city in the United States, a man looked up between the gray clouds.
And by the way, the consistent shape, by the way, it's the same throughout the video, from the first UFO up to this one now. They have this sort of narrow shape, narrow elongated shape, and also their dark structure, their dark, their dark color. It's pretty consistent, and I just want you guys to just note that, because it's very, very weird, and also they might have some consistency among them, the UFOs.
And found something enormous just hanging there near the buildings below it. A large, dark, flat-topped, disc-shaped craft, wide and solid, sitting between those gray evening clouds, had lowered itself into position deliberately. Not moving, not drifting, just completely still.
And where was this captured? Where was this video taken? Is it in Europe, the Americas, or Asia?
Above the city while the clouds shifted around it. The size of it against the buildings nearby made it impossible to pass off as anything small or distant. This was a big craft, choosing to hover at 6 in the evening above a populated American city in plain sight. Gray clouds above and below it, and right in the middle of all that, a massive dark disk that had no explanation and no intention of leaving quickly. People below, going about their evening, completely unaware of what was sitting in the sky.
I mean, it's hovering. It's so still that it doesn't even move, not even an inch, not even a centimeter. It's very stagnant and it's still. And obviously we don't have any object or any craft that can hover like that so quietly. It's very strange. It's strange for us.
Above their city. What do you think that craft was doing up there?
Anyway guys, I think I'll leave the video here, and I just want to say that today I was really astonished, to be honest with you guys, and I was surprised by the number of UFOs that were taken on video, and also, the clear footage of these flying aircrafts that was taken. Anyway, drop your thoughts down below in the comment section and let me know how this video was. You can give it a like or a dislike, but yeah. Anyway, take care everyone. I will see you on the next upload. Bye.